Hello and welcome to another Daily Fluff TV video. Today's video is on the top 10 deadliest snakes you never want to see in the wild. Number 10. The Black Mamba. This very popular reptile can grow up to 14 feet in length and live up to 11 or more years in the wild. The Black Mamba snake is known to be highly aggressive and very fast, as it can reach speeds up to 13 miles per hour. This snake is home to the savannas in the southern hills of southern and eastern Africa. These snakes have been blamed for countless deaths in Africa, leading for it to become one of the world's deadliest snakes. Their name comes from the bluish-black color in the inside of their mouth, in which they display when they are threatened. The Black Mamba snake tends to lean on the shy side, however once they're cornered, it's full attack mode from there. They typically raise up to a third of their body in the air, and if their threat does not back down, the Black Mamba will strike repeatedly until the attacker has been filled with their venom. Before the anti-venom was created, the Black Mamba strikes were nearly 100% fatal. However, although there is an anti-venom available, it is hard to acquire it in the region where this snake lives. Number 9. Boomslang. This more or less skinny snake grows to about 1.8 meters or 6 feet in length and resides in the savannas throughout sub-Saharan Africa. When hunting, it lies in a bush or tree and waits for chameleons and birds. The forepart of its body often extends motionless in the air as if it's a branch within the tree. It is known in the snake world that unlike some other snake species, the boomslang, often males and females, look different. This is most seen when it comes to their color, as the females are usually brown, whereas males tend to be bright colors of greens, yellows, with hints of reddish or pink. Unfortunately, these snakes were originally thought to be harmless. Back in the 1950s, a scientist studying the snake was bitten by a snake and then carried on with his research. Moments later, he died due to the snake's highly venomous toxin, which causes respiratory arrest. The snake's venom is classified as a hemotoxin, meaning it causes bleeding from the gums, nose, and other areas by destroying red blood cells at a fast pace. You do not want to mess with these guys. Number 8. The Saw-Scaled Viper. The Saw-Scaled Viper is a venomous snake that lives in parts of the Middle East and Central Asia. It's the smallest member of the Big Four, which are the 4 species of snake that cause the most deaths annually. The anti-venom is readily available for this snake bite since it's become more and more frequent. Doctors in the area where this snake lives started seeing this bite so often that they created 9 different anti-venoms to battle their toxin. Interestingly enough, the blood thinning within the venom is used in part to manufacture different drugs around the world. These snakes are typically grown between 1 to 3 feet and found in colors of brown, gray, with tints of orange. These snakes are also nocturnal, meaning they hunt in the evening and the nighttime. They typically look for birds, other snakes, mammals, and any other prey that they can get their fangs on. Number 7. The Inland Taipan. The inland taipan snake resides in Central East Australia and is known as the most venomous snake on the planet today. The snake possesses enough venom to kill 100 fully grown men. Its venom has also been tested against other reptiles, and it is believed to be the most venomous across the reptile food chain. This snake is a specialist hunter for obvious reasons and primarily targets mammals. When a human is bitten by this lethal predator, it takes roughly 30 to 45 minutes for fatality unless treated correctly. Since it lives in mostly remote regions, this snake will tend to run before fighting, however it will never back down when threatened, and you do not want to get on the bad side of this Aussie. Number 6. King Cobra. This notorious reptile typically grows between 10 to 13 feet, with the longest recorded being just over 19 feet in length. Like other snakes on this list, it prefers to shy away rather than fight, however when provoked enough, it's highly aggressive and highly venomous. It typically preys on other snakes, but will occasionally enjoy other reptiles and rodents. When bitten by this snake, it tends to hold its grip for somewhere up to 8 minutes. Its venom is then injected into its victim, and for humans it can cause symptoms such as blurred vision, vertigo, severe pain, drowsiness, and eventually paralysis. Some patients in hospitals due to the king cobra bites have been noted to be released within 10 days of treatment. Overall, it's best to leave them alone unless you're looking for your own trip to the hospital. Number 5. The Papuan Taipan. This taipan snake resides in southern New Guinea. Like its family members the inland and coastal taipan, this snake is extremely venomous, but not as dangerous as the inland taipan. That doesn't mean it should be taken lightly though, as this snake's venom only takes 15 minutes for it to take effect on the human body and can be lethal in some cases. What makes its venom so dangerous is that it causes blood clotting, which can lead to respiratory issues and in rare cases, kidney failure. The luckiest of bite victims will only see swelling and bruising in the bite area. The taipan family is strong and lethal, and you should count yourself lucky if you never have to see them in real life. Number 4. The Coastal Taipan. The coastal taipan species is native to the coastal regions of northern and eastern Australia and the islands of New Guinea. According to most toxin studies, this species is the third most venomous snake in the world after the inland taipan. They are also the longest venomous snake in Australia, averaging at 6 feet at full maturity. However, some cases have been found between 9 to 11 feet. This snake has a long, narrow head and is usually found in light olive or reddish-brown colors. This snake has also adapted to multiple different habitats such as coastal wet areas, grassy, or artificial grass areas. More recently, the coastal taipan has adapted to the sugarcane fields in Australia as it's been feeding on the rodent population there. This snake rounds out the top 3 threats in the taipan family, and what a lethal family they are. Number 3. Puff adder. The puff adder typically grows to about 1 meter in length at full maturity, and larger puff adder snakes have been seen at nearly 2 meters. They are roughly 13 pounds in weight and are typically yellowish to light brown in color. This snake is arguably the most common snake across Africa. It's found across all habitats with the exception of true deserts, rainforests, and tropical alpine habitats. Although primarily land reptiles, these snakes can also swim and climb very well. When threatened, they will tend to back away until the threat persists, in which they will attack in full force. During a strike on their prey, their strike is so strong and the fangs sink so deep that their prey will almost be killed by physical trauma before the venom even hits them. Mostly nocturnal, these snakes will hunt mammals, birds, frogs, and lizards, and it is known in Africa for more snake bite fatalities than any other snake in the region. The people of Africa are always on high alert when it comes to the puff adder. Number 2. Fer de lance. The fer de lance is a highly venomous pit viper species found from southern Mexico to northern South America. It is the most dangerous snake of Central and South America, and it is the main cause of fatal snakebite incidents within its range. These snakes can weigh an average of 6 kilograms and can grow between 1 to 2 meters. They come in yellowish gray to brown and can be identified from the flattened, broad-shaped heads. The females of this species typically grow very thick and are known to be extremely larger than the males. Fer de lances are nocturnal snakes, and they are less active in the colder and drier times of the year. They spend most of their day basking in the sun, and once the night falls, they crawl up into the leaves for camouflage as they wait for their prey. And before we get into number 1 on our list, please be sure to drop us a like and hit that subscribe button, and drop us a comment down below to let us know what Daily Fluff TV episode you want to see next. Number 1. Russell's Viper. The Russell's Viper resides throughout Asia, much of Southeast Asia, China, and Taiwan. They can grow up to 5 feet in length and are also found around 4 feet. They normally have a yellowish brown tint with brownish black circles on their body. These guys don't restrict themselves to any habitat in particular, however they do avoid very dense forests. They are normally found in open grass or bushy areas. These snakes tend to be slower and sluggish, however they are a little more active in cooler weather as well as if they are provoked, in which case they can get aggressive like most snakes on this list. What makes this snake stand out is that when threatened, they make a very loud hiss noise known to be louder than any other snake species. This species typically feeds on rodents, but will not turn down any land crabs, scorpions, or anything else along the line. When a human is bit by these snakes and the venom is injected, a common sign is bleeding in the gums, nose, and urine, and in turn will start to cause blockage and failures within the body. These snakes are highly dangerous and should be left alone as they don't deal well with being interacted or picked up. Thanks for watching this Daily Fluff TV episode. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you at the next one.